I would think so. I am not a marksman, so I'm very uninformed about that particular of what you have to do.
Approval.
Oh.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I beat you to it, Rita, sorry.
Opposed? Thank you. Discussion and public hearing on a site plan for land disturbance permit for Buddy Gregg Motor Homes, 11706 Snyder Road, parcel 179, tax map 130, approximately 15.7 acres, zone C-2 to clear land for expansion to existing facility. Brian Mills, applicant.
All of you are familiar with the Buddy Gregg facility. And this is located on the north side of the interstate off of Snyder Road. A portion of it is located within the town, a portion of it is located outside of the town. The town limit line right here is actually right here at their building. This is the property on the bottom of the picture is where we are, what we are looking at tonight. The area that has the dark gray shading in here are the sinkholes. This is part of a larger sinkhole system in the area that's actually on both sides of the interstate and north of here. There are some caves in the area. We're not aware of any on this particular piece of property, but this is kind of similar to the southwest sector with the series of sinkholes. This is the aerial photograph. As you can see, this area is heavily wooded. And what they are proposing to do is so that they have a better idea of what's out there is with a hydro axe clear the area that is not in the sinkhole. So basically it would be everything that is in this area here. And there is an old house on the site, and here is right here is a barn. They plan on removing that also. And this shows you this is from the KGIS. The little hasher marks going in represent the extent of the sinkhole. And so by clearing it, they'll have a much better idea of, and because of how heavily wooded it is, they'll have a better idea with topography and how everything fits in before you. So what they are requesting this evening is a land disturbance permit, which is really part of the site plan approval. And the staff is recommending approval of their plan, subject to providing an irrevocable letter of credit for erosion control for $21,000 and meeting all town requirements. Not at this time, they are not. They do not own the land to the north, so access to that is problematic from their parcel. So at this time, they do not plan to do anything. At the time they submit a site plan, they may have come up with some resolution to that problem.
If the company wants to say anything.
I'm Brian Mills with Adams Craft Works Walker. We've been helping Buddy Gregg in just preparing this plan. And I don't really have anything else to add. The only thing I guess I wanted to add was the total parcel was the 15 acres that was mentioned in the beginning, and the area that we're discussing, as Ruth has pointed out, is really only about a little less than 3.5 acres that we're talking about clearing to get a better idea to see how we can develop that best for Buddy Gregg and their facilities now. But if there's any other questions, I'd be happy to try to answer those.
That's a bit of a hill there, isn't it?
There is a fairly good grade on that slopes down towards the sinkhole, so you know there will be a challenge to flatten out something there to put whatever we have there that is the largest thing we can put there outside of the sinkhole and level out a place. So there will be a little bit of a challenge to work with the grades in the area there.
Yeah.
We're going to do is after you clear it immediately?
Well, right immediately, we're going to probably do a new topo and try to see how large of a building or what we can do there. I think their buddy Greg has just talked about moving their main sales office over there. There's been other discussions, but until we kind of get a better idea of what we can put in there, won't finalize those decisions
So
until that
you
point.
need to do the clearing just to find out what's there, right?
Well, we'd like to do the clearing to find out, to get a little bit better topographic information there and to see at that point what we can do with the existing grades to work a building and parking and what else in there. Yeah, oh yeah, we'd have to deal with the road during the clearing. During the clearing, and then any site development on the property, we will definitely have to address all the erosion control. I mean, currently for this process, we're just having some silt fence running along the perimeter of the sinkhole, kind of using the hydro-axe as a method that kind of mulches and chips up the trees. So it tries to limit the amount of disturbance you actually do to the ground, and it mulches it as you go, I guess. So.
Did say that only approximately 3 acres or so is what you're
Yeah, I think the land
clearing?
disturbance is for about 3.4 acres.
Town limit line does not represent the property line. I guess this is not a property line. Well, right there.
Property actually goes all the way to Snyder Road above that, so it's includes what they're already existing using, and this is just a portion that's in the town of Farragut that's south of that line.
I think it's great now that we have 2 areas, Gander Mountain and them, that are going to be ready to expand. That's good for the economy. At least it's a positive note for me.
Comments? Do I have a motion?
Approve the Gander Mountain site plan, or,
I'll
sorry.
second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for coming tonight. Discussion and public hearing on a site plan for Primrose School, a child care facility, 120 Coach Road, parcel 24, tax map 152, located on the southwest corner of Kingston Pike at Old Stage Road, zone C-1, 3.02 acres, Clemens Properties applicant.
This is located at the corner of Old Stage Road and Kingston Pike and what often people refer to as Old Stage Road, but it is legally called Coach Road. I'm guessing Stagecoach, that's where you get Old Stagecoach Road. So anyway, as you can see from the aerial photograph, there is a significant drainage way that I cannot point at. And they are going to be directing that parallel to Kingston Pike, and because they do not want to accommodate for the pass-through water, which that is, there's a fairly large pipe, even though several of you I know drive this section very regularly, you may not even realize that there's a very large pipe that comes under Old Stage Road that drains onto this property. What they will be doing is building the building closer to Kingston Pike and providing the parking facing the southwest corner of the property there at Old Stage Road and at Coach Road, and then also along adjacent to Coach Road. As I mentioned in the staff write-up, this actually is providing some key links in our walking trail system out in this area, and that the sidewalk that's in front of Little Turkey Creek Commons is being extended as a trail per our revised requirements along Kingston Pike to the intersection of Old Stage Road and Kingston Pike, and then along Old Stage Road down to Coach Road, which in turn will then tie into the sidewalk on that fronted on Little Turkey Creek Commons. The plan shows that they will be having a detention basin in the southwest corner, which is the bottom of the screen. Those of you familiar with the property, this is the area that is wooded, and also is the high point. But as you saw from the aerial photograph, with the dark area of the line, the drainage, they're actually going to be balancing the site with the grading. And so the vegetation in that area will all be removed in order to accommodate the detention pond. Some of the trees they were going to try to work around, but they were recently stressed with some utility work and some work that the town had done in that area. That is where a sinkhole had opened up, and we had to do some remediation in that area. And because of that work, we're afraid that the trees are so stressed already that by the time you add additional construction. Also, as much as it saddens me to lose those trees, there is a sight distance problem potentially with all that vegetation currently. They were planning on thinning it out, so it'd be nice to have the large trees remain, but it's really not feasible. So that will improve the sight distance coming out of Coach Road. Their access is to Coach Road at 2 locations. That does meet all of the requirements. And they are also providing bike parking. There are three spaces required for this facility. This is the architectural rendering of the building. It is a single-story brick facility. The picture of the building is not what the building is going to look like. The brick is what the building is the color that. And again, this is somehow scans in more orangey than it really actually is.
Access roads, the one that's already existing, is that one
Yes,
of them?
they will
Okay,
be
where's the
access-
other one?
They will be accessing Old Stage Road.
Okay. And
You know where Little Turkey Creek, when you go in Old Stage Road and you turn left, right across from there you'll be turning in. But then there'll be another entrance about halfway between Old Stage Road and the turn-in into Little Turkey Creek Commons.
Talk a little bit about the elevation grade change. How much fill are they going to have to, how are they going to take the balance out that
Chris
site?
here, now I'm getting beyond what I can really answer.
Because it's kind of a bowl right now, so I don't know.
Chris Sharp, Urban Engineering, 11852 Kingston Pike. I think it's about, in that lower section, there's between 8 and 10 feet of fill. Actually, we'll be in a cut up at the top, we'll push it. Yes, sir. And the highest fill, the biggest fills will be near the building pad, and we, because we still have to match grades along Coach Road for, for both access points.
Actually, from a standpoint of being adjacent to a residential area, this is a great neighbor. Yeah, I have not heard anything. And nobody has stopped me when I'm walking either, so I would say that's a good sign that nobody's upset.
There'll be any replacement of trees?
Yes, there will be. There's actually a lot of trees that will be planted as part of this. So it's just that there's kind of a couple of large trees at the intersection, but given the work with the utilities and with the work that the town did, I really, independent of this, I would not have been surprised if by fall that they were dead. So it's just kind of one of those things that happens, unfortunately.